Call him the Lou, call him Josellini, call him all the things you want. He drops a two-piece, a clutch two-piece in the UCL semi. That counts for something. So perhaps with the likes of a Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vini around him, we may actually see Mbappe cook as a striker. He signed. It's official. He has signed and it is official. There's no more back and forth. Maybe, most likely, these people have reported Comunicado Oficial. Comunicado Oficial. Mbappe is officially a member of Real Madrid. It is official right now. He is going to be a member of Real Madrid. There are no hypotheticals here. It's real. And it's a move that had to be made. It's a move that he needed. It's a move that makes sense in terms of the balance of the footballing world as we move deeper into this decade, where there's a Euros to come, a World Cup to come, a new UCL format. And Mbappe needed this. But the question is, and this is maybe something that we may have to talk about later on, is, did you make this move too late? Should this have been a move that should have been made earlier? Because what's very interesting is how people have been reacting to this. So I've been on Twitter, back and forth. Because my notion is, and this is probably a video I'll probably do in much more detail afterwards, is Mbappe not going there as a main star. This is Vini's team. But it's interesting to see the graphics. Because you have to squint to find the video. Oh yeah, there's Vini. Vini should be the guy in front there. Then maybe you can have Jude on one side and Mbappe on the other side, because this is Vini's team. This is Vinicius Junior's team. If Mbappe had moved a few years earlier, before Vini won that first UCL where he scored in the UCL final, the winning goal in the UCL final, if Mbappe had moved then it would have been his team. Fast forward to him moving in now, Vini has 2 UCLs. He has scored in 2 UCL finals. And Vinicius Junior right now is the best player in the world. Mbappe is not the best player in the world right now. Vinicius Junior is right now the best player in the world. That's just a fact. It's not my opinion. It's not my viewpoint. It's not my point of view. That is a scientific fact. Don't argue with me. That is just a cold hard truth. Mbappe is the World Cup GOAT. He's a World Cup GOAT. And he is the antithesis to Messi. We get that. In the club game, you got to earn your stripes. I'm sorry, Mbappe, you got to earn your stripes in this club game. You have to. It gets real. But I want to talk about tactics now. Because I've been waiting since it's been official, because now we can talk about formations, tactics, where he plays, because doing it before it was official always seemed a bit preemptive. Now it's real. He is going to be in this team. This team is now cooked. And I think, there is a team in this world that has Tchouaméni, Vini, Jude, Mbappe, Fede Valverde, Rodrigo, and Camavinga. That's what you call OPP. You know me. OPP, you know me. So let's look now at how these guys are going to look. So there are going to be a few formations here. So let me just look at formation, this first one here. So what we have here is this. This is what we have here. Just put myself over here like this. Okay, so obviously Courtois in goal. You have Mendy, although we can get better than that. Rudiger, Eder Militao, Carvajal. So remember, at the presentation, I believe Toni Kroos gave Fede Valverde his number 8 jersey. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was reading that he was officially given the number 8 jersey in the whole trophy presentaciones. So Fede Valverde, Tchouaméni, putting them in that midfield, putting in Bellingham as a number 10, 4-3-3. And now, this is where it now gets interesting. This dude doesn't move. This dude does not move. Whereas these two, it's interesting because, so this is option 1. Option 1 is Mbappe as striker, Rodrigo on the right. Mbappe has played striker. He can play striker, but that is not his strongest position. But it would be interesting to see him in this position because let's be real, Joselu knows that position better than Mbappe, but Mbappe fathers Joselu's children. So I mean no disrespect, but Mbappe is the father to all of Joselu's children. Like Mbappe is a far superior player. So Mbappe would be far better in that role in terms of his movement, his goal scoring ability, his ability to get away from defenders, his speed. He would be a better option. And also the mindset is, what kind of chemistry can be formed with Vini, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham? Guys, this is a nasty front line. Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vini Jr. That's a nasty front line. But this is option number one. Mbappe as a striker, Rodrigo wide on the right, Vini on the left, and you have obviously Bellingham in that midfield. And so remember, guys, the midfield is going to be changing because I don't know whether is he going to have Valverde remain in that midfield. Is he not going to maybe try and still utilize Fede Valverde on the right? And so he may just use Fede Valverde on the right here, Rodrigo on the bench, because Valverde has played well on that right-hand flank, and then maybe shove in another guy in the midfield like a Camavinga. So this is just option one. But there's an option two. There is an option two. And we've got to do like a whole Back to the Future, rewind it. So we have an option two here. And I'm going to give a shout out to your boy. So this is option two. That's option two. So apparently Joselu has been given a contract extension. You see, anybody who knows football is you need to understand how to play particular positions. Putting an amazing player in any position doesn't work. There's a thing about knowing how to play a particular position. All positions know how to play. There's a way you play winger. There's a way you play inside forward. There's a way you play number 10. There's a way you play DM. There's a way you play as a support striker. There's a way you play in a strike partnership. There's a way you play as a target man striker or as a lone striker. All of these roles have particular disciplines where you need to know the discipline of how to play them. So Joselu, he's naturally a striker. Mbappe isn't. So Joselu just knows how to play there. Mbappe started on the right. At Monaco, he was on the right. That's 2018 World Cup, he was on the right. It's just like he's not played there in such a long time. And in this modern world, we like to, so if you're right-footed, you play on the left, so that we can now invert you. So remember, back in the day, if you're right-footed, right wing. Left-footed, left wing. It's been modernized, thanks to your boy Robin. Again, people will say Robin didn't have anything to do with it. Robin pioneered the inside forward. So now it's about, if you're right-footed, we put you on the left so you can cut in and then shoot on your right. So that's what it's about. But, this is the key thing, I'm sorry. This is the Don Dada right now. Vini is the Don Dada right now. If everybody's fit, Vini has a left side position. So Mbappe, you've got to try and fit in here. You're not just displacing Vini from that position. This is his team. This is Vini's team, okay? This is his team, which means that he gets first dibs. So option two is you put Mbappe on the right. And Mbappe can cook on the right. And this is what you need to understand about football, guys, is what you see on this screen isn't necessarily what you see in practice. Because, like, homeboy can move up. Homeboy, no, we know he can move on, and this guy likes to roam, and this guy is a super athlete. So, I mean, okay, he can be hovering around here, but we know that this guy can cut in on the inside, move over here. So there's a lot of fluidity and movements here. So for me, I think these are the two options. And if you're asking me, if I'm Rodrigo, I'm worried, because I believe this is the better option. I believe this is the better option because what you now have especially in the way of football is being played now, where the flank is so important, you have two titans on the flank. Vini and Mbappe both on the flank. And okay, Mbappe, I can't play on the left. If you were to ask Mbappe, you can either play striker or play wide right. I'm hoping Mbappe would choose wide right. If I was advising Mbappe, between striker and wide right, you play wide right. Because the way Mbappe plays is the way a winger plays. There's a particular way you have to play as a striker. There's a particular way in which you have to position yourself, move around as a striker, which doesn't come naturally to Mbappe. He can play striker, but the position and the demands of that position does not come naturally to him. Can he retrain it? Yeah, but what's the point? Whereas I think that this could be particularly deadly. Now, you could upgrade on a Joselu, but we're not going to deny that the Lou dropped a two-piece in a UCL semi. I'm sorry, it happened. So it was about, call him the Lou, call him Josellini, call him all the things you want. He drops a two-piece, a clutch two-piece in the UCL semi. That counts for something. And you say to yourself that, what kind of link-up could we have with Carvajal and Mbappe? Because whatever trash Mbappe had to work with as PSG, not naming any names, Hakimi, this is an upgrade. You would be working with a guy who just got in the UCL final and a guy who I still believe is still one of the best right backs in the world. Like, Danny Carvajal is at least top 3, top 4 right backs in the world. So you're going to have a much better quality right back to now form a relationship with on that right flank. Guys, this is real. This is real. So, you see, for me, I'll be real with you. I'm excited to see how your boy is going to roll in this team. I'm excited. Because it's interesting as to what relationship is he going to form with Bellingham and with Vini Jr.? What relationship is he going to form with a Carvajal? And for me, again, this is my suggestions. I want to know, what is Carlo going to go with? Is Carlo going to go with option A, play Mbappe as a striker? Is he going to go with option P, play Mbappe wide right? Or is he just going to do something insane? There is an option. There could be another option. I wouldn't advise this. I won't advise it, but there is another option. So let's just remove this. And I don't like this option, but we're just looking at other options. Because if let's say this doesn't work, there's another option here. So if we do this, okay, if we do this, there is another option here. Now, I don't like this option. Because Vini has played striker. Vini does have good movement. So if it's a case of, okay, we want to put Mbappe in the best position to execute. If, let's say, okay, if Mbappe has to play wide on the left, I feel this is what works the best. We're not putting Vini out on the right. Rodrigo can play out on the right. So the best we have to do is play Vini as a striker. Now, I wouldn't advise this because Vini is the best player in the world playing wider out on the left. So a guy who is the best player in the world, who was critical to helping you win your second UCL, you play him in his best position. So for me, this is a no-go for me here. So, but my thing is, you see, this could work. Because, see, my thing here is, we've seen Mbappe as a striker for PSG. You have to keep in mind, we've seen him as a striker for PSG. So if you put Mbappe as a striker, he's now has Bellingham behind him. He has Fede and Valverde and Tchouaméni feeding him. He now has Carvajal and Mendy walking in the flanks to now try to now create positions wide on the right. You now have a Rudiger who we know how good his crossfield passes are to beat like a Highland. And it's a case of where Rodrigo and Vini Jr., I'm sorry, these are much better than Boma's piece of crap known as Usman Hospital Dembele. So perhaps with the likes of a Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vini around him, we may actually see Mbappe cook as a striker. Because remember, anybody who knows football is you are only as good as the players around you. This is still a team game. And anybody who has played football, you feed off of the energy of those around you. If you've got bricks around you, you're going to end up being a brick. If you have quality guys around you playing quality football, it feeds off upon you. So this could cook. Now, if this is the case, Rodrigo is saved. Rodrigo has a right side position and it's all well and good. But again, we just don't know what's going to work. So that's why I'm excited, because I don't know what's going to work. Again, if it's me, if it is okay, say, okay, choose something to go with for like the first game. I would. Okay, here's my thing. I believe the Joselu striker, Mbappe on the right, I believe that's the one that's going to work the best, personally. I believe that's one that's going to work the best. I feel that is what's going to work the best. What would I try first? This. I would try this first. Mbappe striker, Rodrigo White on the right, Vini on the left, and then your boy Bellingham up in that piece. And you know what's so crazy? Wow, no Cruz. And let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a stack. Shout out to your boy Fede Valverde, bro. But, you know, he's still around. Your boy is still around. Oh, sorry. Your boy is still... So don't hate on your boy is still around. He can still come in and do a job. He can still come in and do a job. So your boy still exists. Dridge still lives. Dridge still lives. And we all know how great Dridge is in these areas. Like in these areas around here, Dridge is money. And we all know the Travella pass and just the kinds of insane passes he sees and what he can execute. We know that Modric can give you that superb, amazing pass that can free up your boy Mbappe. So it's exciting to see how this is going to flow. It's all very exciting, man. Guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Which would you go for? Would you go for Mbappe in the right, Mbappe as striker, or you put Vini as striker and put Mbappe on the left? Whatever the case may be, I personally, I cannot wait for next season. Because this is a new Galacticos, although a younger Galacticos. And I cannot wait to just see how is Mbappe going to fit into this team tactically, and how is he going to work with Vini, Rodrigo, and your boy Bellingham. Gonna be exciting. Okay, like the video, subscribe, and support your boy on Patreon. Thanks for the support, guys. Peace.